BBC Local Radio in the Eastern Counties with yours truly, Cardboard Shoes, Keith Skues. And I have a special guest for you this Sunday evening. He wrote the song Caroline for the Fortunes and was creator of the group The Brotherhood of Man. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Hiller. Now tell me some more of your songs recorded by different artists, including Cliff Richard, Lulu, Elton John, Malcolm Roberts, Sonny and Cher, Crystal Gayle, Andy Williams, Frankie Vaughan and Joe Brown. Just a few names that are on your wall here. You've got gold disc, platinum disc. I've never seen anybody's home surrounded by so much memorabilia.
Well, it is memorabilia. It's wonderful to look at these things and enjoy the wonderful success that's happened to one. One had to be lucky, one had to work hard, but you know, a lot of people do that and they don't make it. But if you do make it, and all those wonderful things happen to you, you've got a memory for life.
But you're not one of those people who say, I'm going to work at 9 o'clock, I'm going to catch the train, be at work at 9 o'clock, and then leave at 5:30 to come home. I would presume you're a workaholic, and even today you're a workaholic.
I'll tell you how hard I worked. I was general professional manager of a publishing company called Bellway Mills. That was one job, and at the same time I was a producer for Decca. So I was employed by two enormous companies, and I was going around the country looking for artists, then writing for them, and then producing them.
So any names stick out from the artists that you've met, ranging from Johnny Ray to Andy Williams in America, and some of the names I've mentioned from Great Britain? Surely you could sit down and write a book about just some of the artists who've recorded your songs.
The great thing about these people, once you're lucky enough to be in a position where you are producing them, you realise how great they are. I mean, say the album I did with Andy Williams was enormous, all over the world. And we took the original songs and we put lyrics to them, and I went in with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. So imagine going in the studio with Andy Williams and then me introducing him to the orchestra. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andy Williams, and blah, blah, blah. And then a downbeat and this 76-piece orchestra. I mean, so it's in a different world.
Did you ever do any recordings in America? You mentioned about Andy Williams coming over to the United Kingdom, but did you ever have to go and produce records in the States?
I produced a lot of records in the States because I did a lot of writing. In fact, I was living in Nashville at one time, and I was writing with Byron Hill and many other American writers. And we demoed many, many, many songs, and I had very, very good hits from some of those wonderful American artists.
So you sit down at your piano, I would guess, or a guitar, or you whistle, and you come up with an idea for a tune, and then you eventually put words to it, and you then think, this is going to be a hit record, or it's going to be very commercial. How do you then go about ensuring that Andy Williams, Johnny Ray, or whoever it's going to be, Matt Monroe, are going to record your songs? Have you got to make the contact?
Two ways. The more successful you are, the more interested artists and their management and agents want success. So they will go to writers that are having wonderful success and producers, and if they're the same, that's wonderful. And they will be only too glad to ask you would you be really want to have and find time to cut my act, that would be his act. And then we'd meet with the management, and then we'd talk about songs and all sorts of things. And once the record label says, okay, we have a deal, I go to my lawyer, and their lawyer and my lawyers do a deal that I require.